Hello guys and welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video. And in this video I will be talking about the Rokuhara Tandai gang from Tokyo Revengers. And this video is going to contain manga spoilers from Tokyo Revengers. So the Rokuhara Tandai gang is a motorcycle gang that is led by Toronto South. And in this gang South has many powerful subordinates under his command, and I will be explaining all of them in this video. So the Rokuhara Tandai gang is one of the strongest gangs in Tokyo Revengers, and it is also one of the three deities that controls all of Tokyo. And this gang is based in the Minato Ward, which is in Tokyo, Japan. And this gang was created 2 years after the disbandment of the Tokyo Manji gang. And so 2 years after the disbandment of Toman, during a time known as the Tokyo Civil War era, many gangs in Tokyo were fighting in order to gain power, and at that time the Rokuhara Tandai gang gained power and became one of the three deities. And the main rivals of this gang are the Kanto Manji gang, which is led by Mikey, and Brahman gang, which is led by Kawaragi Senju. The top administration of the Rokuhara Tandai gang is comprised of the president followed by the leader, and then underneath the leader is the second in command. And they also have a third in command, fourth in command, and fifth in command. And in this gang the executives are ranked by their fighting power, and they are ranked from the numbers 5 to 1. And underneath the executives are the foot soldiers, and these foot soldiers are just the normal members of this gang. And there are over 100 of these foot soldiers who are members of the Rokuhara Tandai gang, and these gang members have been shown to use weapons, like using a pistol to shoot their enemies. And this gang was created in the year 2007. And in the year 2006, we saw that South got locked up at a juvenile detention center, and at this juvenile detention center he was talking to one of the inmates. And this inmate asked South if he has heard about the Kanto incident, and he also said that some new inmates are coming in today, and these people played a key role in the Kanto incident. And this inmate also told South that these delinquents are all former members of Tenjuku gang. And in this moment the inmate told South about all of the members of Tenjuku gang, and he explained all of their ranks. And while he was watching the new inmates enter the prison, we saw that South started thinking to himself, and in this moment South was saying that if he is able to kill them, then he will become the #1 fighter in the Kanto region. And then we saw that South started smiling, and in this moment South declared that he is going to create his own era in Japan. And in this moment the author is showing us that South is very ambitious, and he is also showing us that he has the drive to become the #1 fighter in all of Japan. And after the S62 generation members entered the juvenile detention center, we got to see the moment where South fought against the S62 generation members, and in this epic moment we saw that South was able to defeat all of the S62 generation members. Anyway guys, in the year 2007, we saw that everyone got released from the juvenile detention center, and after being released we saw that South met up with the S62 generation members. And South told them that he is sorry for making them wait, and he also said that they are assholes. And in this scene we can see that the Hitani brothers, Shion Madarame, and Kanji Machizuki are all standing together, and in this moment the narrator is telling us that during this year, South established the Rokuhara Tandai gang. And after creating this new gang, we saw that South was walking with Ran Hitani, and South told Ran that he wants the strongest fighter in Tenjuku to join his new gang. And South said that he wants to recruit Kikucho to become a member of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. And Ran Hitani just responded to this by telling South that Kikucho will not listen to him. And he also said that Kikucho hates joining gangs, and the only reason why he joined Tenjuku is because of his loyalty to Azana. However, after hearing this information South just started laughing, and in this scene South said that he is very great at negotiating, and he also said that there is no reason to worry about anything. And after finding Kikucho, we saw that South challenged Kikucho to a one-on-one fight, and at the end of this battle we saw that Kikucho was very beaten up. And after fighting against South, we saw that Kikucho was laying down on the floor, and his face was covered in blood. And right when South was about to punch Kikucho, we saw that Kikucho told him to stop, and Kikucho said that he admits his defeat. And after recruiting Kikucho, South completed the creation of his new gang, and during the Tokyo Civil War era this gang rose to power, and the Rokuhara Tandai gang became recognized as one of the strongest gangs in all of Japan. Toronto South is the president of this gang, and serving directly under South are the 5 top executives. And these executives consists of the former members of the 4 Heavenly Kings, and they also have Rindo Hitani. So the uniform of this gang consists of a purple jumpsuit, with the gang's name, motto, and logo all written on the sleeves and on the back of the uniform. And all of the members wear a pair of white boots, and they also wear a belt to secure their pants. And the logo of this gang is a reference to a tattoo that belongs to the leader of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. And as you guys can see, South's tribal tattoo is basically exactly the same as the logo of this gang. So the leader and president of this gang is Toronto South, also known as the Unrivaled South. And South has yellow eyes, and he also has short blonde hair that is kept in a bun. Standing at over 7 feet tall, South is the tallest character in Tokyo Revengers, and he is so tall that he even towers over Draken. And South also has a very impressive physique, and his giant muscles give him a very intimidating presence. He also has a Brazilian tribal tattoo design on the rightmost side of his chest that extends up to his neck, and he also has 2 gunshot wounds on the right side of his chest. And South is always seen wearing the traditional Rokuhara Tandai uniform, and during fights he prefers to take off his uniform. When he was 5 years old, South lived in the favelas of Brazil, and during this time he was raised by a gang leader named Dino. And South committed his first act of violence when he was only 5 years old, and this happened when he killed one of Dino's enemies by shooting him in the head with a pistol. While he was growing up in the slums, South experienced violence at a very young age, and this led to his mentality of survival of the fittest, and he believes that it is a dog-eat-dog world. And when he turned 12 years old, South killed Dino by beating him to death with his bare hands, and after killing his father figure we saw that he was crying. And after this incident, South replaced Dino as the gang leader, and he became the new boss of the town. And at the age of only 12 years old, South became a gang leader, and he was walking around with a gun on his hip. South has been shown to be the strongest member of this gang, and his punches are so powerful that they send his opponents flying to the ground. And when he fought against Draken, we saw that he was so powerful that he was able to overpower Draken, and he was also able to send Draken flying by hitting him with many punches. And South has also been shown to have very impressive durability, and when he fought against Wakasa and Benkei he was able to remain standing after being hit by many punches and kicks. And when he entered his Dark Impulse mode, we saw that South was so powerful that he was easily able to defeat Wakasa and Benkei by hitting them in the face with multiple punches. And South is so strong that he was able to pick up a nupi, and he was also able to throw a nupi while riding a motorcycle at the same exact time. And he was also strong enough to take many punches from Draken, and even after being hit by these punches he remained unfazed. South uses punches as his main method of attack, and when he fought against Senju we saw that he was so powerful that he was able to defeat Senju after fighting for some time. Additionally, he was also able to defeat all of the remaining S62 generation members, and he was also powerful enough to defeat Kikucho. So the next member that I will be talking about is Kikucho, and he is the leader of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. And besides South, Kikucho is the most high-ranking member of this gang, and this means that he is the strongest member in this gang. Kikucho has black hair, and his hair is styled in a buzz cut, and he also has a prominent scar that runs from the back of his skull to the left side of his face. And Kikucho is the very first character that has 2 different eye colors, and his right eye is red and his left eye is white. And he also wears a single drop black earring on his right earlobe. And Kikucho is such a powerful fighter that he was easily able to defeat Angry, Shifuyu, Inupi, and Yasuhiro Muto, and he defeated all of them with only a single punch. And when he fought against Brahman gang, Kikucho was so powerful that he sent Benkei flying to the ground with only a single punch. Up next is Ran Haitani, and he is the second in command of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. Ran has long yellow braided hair that is dyed black, and he also has purple eyes. And Ran is always seen wearing a single black earring on his left earlobe. And Ran uses a police baton as his signature weapon, and he uses this baton to hit his opponents in the head. During fights, Ran Haitani is very violent, and he sometimes uses dirty fighting tactics. For example, he often uses weapons in fights, like hitting his opponents with his police baton, or using a brick to ruthlessly hit them in the head. Ran can also get teasing and quite cocky at times, and during fights he mocks his opponents. And the reason why Ran joined this gang is because he was defeated by South, and Ran has no loyalty to this gang. So up next is the younger Haitani brother, and his name is Rindo Haitani. And Rindo is the number 3 of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. Rindo Haitani has short yellow hair, with strands of his hair dyed blue, and he styles his hair in a slicked back hairstyle, and his hair runs all the way down to his neck. Rindo has gray eyes, and he always wears a silver earring on his left earlobe. Rindo Haitani is shown to be quite an expert at wrestling, and his signature fighting tactic is to break his opponent's limbs by twisting them until they snap. Rindo possesses a very sadistic nature, and he often enjoys hearing the painful screams of his opponents while they are getting their limbs broken. While they are members of this gang, the Haitani brothers both wear their own personally customized uniforms that are colored black instead of the traditional purple color. And the Haitani brothers are so influential that they can gather 100 delinquents with only a single call. Up next is Kanji Mochizuki, and he is the number 4 of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. Machi is a tall and muscular man with light skin and an imposing presence. He has red eyes, with black-colored hair, and he styles his hair in a rat-tail mohawk, with a braid that extends to his lower neck. Machi possesses immense strength, and his punches send his opponents flying. However, he is also an honorable person, and he prefers to fight one-on-one in a fair fight. In fact, Machi is so powerful that he used to lead his own gang, and during this time he defeated both Smiley and Angry, and he defeated them all by himself. And during the Battle of the Three Deities, we saw that Machi fought against the Kanto Manji gang, and he was so powerful that he was able to defeat many of their members. So next up is Shion Madarame, and he is the number 5 of the Rokuhara Tandai gang. And Shion is nicknamed the Mad Dog because he enjoys fighting, and he is often seen using a pair of brass knuckles in battle. And Shion is the former president of the 9th generation of the Black Dragons gang. When he was first introduced, Shion was shown beating up some Toman members with a pair of brass knuckles, and he ruthlessly beat them to a bloody pulp. During fights, Shion is ruthless and he shows no mercy to his opponents, and throughout the story we have seen that he has a very bloodthirsty personality. And Shion has long blonde hair that goes down to his shoulders, and he also has a signature temple tattoo that extends down to his neck, and he also has a small scar that is under his lip. And the Rokuhara Tandai gang was eventually disbanded after the Battle of the Three Deities, and this happened after South was killed by Mikey. And after the Battle of the Three Deities, the remaining Rokuhara Tandai members were absorbed by the Kanto Manji gang. Anyway guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, then like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.